Good morning. It's a golden opportunity in the life to meet the living legends. Servocci Counsellors has got this opportunity. Today we are going to interact with Dr. Pankaj Mittal. She does not require any introduction. Her name and her achievements are so high that they are itself, so many milestones have been achieved by the Honorable Madam that everybody applaud them a lot. Today we are going to have an interaction on the topic the future of Indian higher education under NEP 2020. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for this golden opportunity, and definitely your word of mouth will definitely go down the line and will definitely help the people. We have so many things to ask. Whenever a person like you comes in front of us, a personality like you, so but to keeping in with the time limitations, what challenges do member institutions facing in implementing NEP and how AIU supporting?
See, National Education Policy 2020 is a very, very far-reaching document. It's a very democratic document in which around more than 2 lakh people were sort of consulted for making this document. And it is a visionary document, and if implemented in letter and spirit, this document has the capacity of making India Vishwaguru once again, which it was at the time of Nalanda University when around 10,000 scholars from across the world were studying in India. The difficulties being faced by the universities in implementing the NEP are with regard to funding, because every recommendation needs a lot of money. For example, when we talk of say multidisciplinary education, when we talk of student-centric education, where a lot of choices are given to the students to adopt any course of his or her own choice, then we need those many teachers. So that obviously requires funding in terms of teaching, infrastructure, labs, libraries. So funding is one issue. Second is the capacity building of the teachers, because when you implement something which is totally new, which is technology oriented, in which a lot of AI technology is used, a lot of capacity building of the teachers is required. So I suppose first creating awareness, and this is what the government did in the initial years of the NEP. A lot of awareness was created about the NEP, and after that the action was taken on how to actually implement on the ground the various recommendations of NEP. And in that, Association of Indian Universities, which is the largest university association in the world, we have more than 1100 universities as our members. So we went to individual universities, and we have a lot of convening power, because these 1100 universities are our sort of family members. So we talk to them very, very often. So we reached out to them. 1 full year we spent on, like AIU does Vice Chancellors conferences every year, 6 Vice Chancellors conferences. One is on national level, which is attended by around 500 Vice Chancellors, and there are 5 zonal conferences, East, West, South, North and Central. So in all the 6 conferences, we talked about implementation of national education policy, how to implement it, what are the timelines, who are the actors responsible, what way it will be implemented. And we came out with a very good document giving the detailed for every recommendation of NEP, that which recommendation has to be implemented in what manner, who will implement it, what are the timelines, and what are the parameters to know whether it has been implemented or not. So wherever we go, and then we have held special workshops also. We are doing a lot of capacity building of the teachers in terms of use of technology for teaching, learning, research and governance. So we are putting in all the efforts for implementation of NEP, and I suppose in times to come NEP will be implemented in full, because NEP as it is drafted is not to be fully implemented in one go. So there are timelines associated with it, and within those timelines NEP is being implemented, and I hope it will be implemented very soon in its entirety. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. It's very pleasant to hear that the problems faced by the universities of the teachers, fundings, labs, libraries and capacity building of the academic staff, and AIU has been taking care of all these factors, and all the, as your good self has mentioned, that all the 6 VC conferences we are discussing in detail, and documents have already been prepared that who will take care of the which step. That's an excellent step taken by AIU. Definitely your dynamic leadership will be very helpful for the universities, for the students, for the education industry also, and down the line definitely it will help the country in capacity building of the students as well. Thank you. Moving forward, how are universities approaching the 4-year degree program and multiple entry-exit system? Is it creating any issue?
So 4-year degree program was mandated because many times we feel that after 3-year program, the student has not acquired sufficient skills to make them employable. So 4-year degree programs were recommended in the national education policy, and many universities, or rather most of the universities, have implemented 4-year degree program, undergraduate program, in which they have incorporated not only academics but also skill education, also value-based education, also personality development courses, so that the holistic development of the student takes place. So it is being done in many universities. Students at times, and then there is an exit option. If a student wants to come out after 3 years, that is also possible, but 4-year reality is also there, that most of the universities are following 4-year pattern. And in multiple entry and multiple exit, the students can come out after 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, depending upon their wish and depending upon their circumstances. And earlier, if a student was coming out after 1 year, the means again if he or she has to take the admission, it has to be from the 1st year again. But now after 1st year, they get a certificate, then diploma, then advanced diploma in 2nd and 3rd year, so that if they want to come back to the higher education at any point of time, maybe within a defined time frame, they can start from the 2nd year or 3rd year itself. And also those certifications which they got based on the partial completion of degree, that is diploma or certificate or advanced diploma, they can use it for getting the employment also. So this is a very, very good step in which the student is the king. Student wants that I want to do this course right now, or maybe afterwards if the circumstances are not allowed. Okay, I will do the course afterwards, and there will be no loss of years or academic years or studies. And if they don't want to complete it, they can be say employable with based on the certification of the partial qualification also. So I think it is going on very well, but again I will say that when we talk to the universities, the provisions have been made in the ordinances of the universities. Most of the students have been given this opportunity, but very, very few. I don't think more than 2-3% students would be using this opportunity, because most of the students are wanting to complete the degree program at one go. But there are very, very few students, but the possibility is there and the opportunity is there, so it can be used by the students whenever they want. So 4-year degree program was mandated because many times we feel that after 3-year program, the student has not acquired sufficient skills to make them employable. So 4-year degree programs were recommended in the national education policy, and many universities, or rather most of the universities, have implemented 4-year degree program, undergraduate program, in which they have incorporated not only academics but also skill education, also value-based education, also personality development courses, so that the holistic development of the student takes place. So it is being done in many universities. Students at times, and then there is an exit option. If a student wants to come out after 3 years, that is also possible, but 4-year reality is also there, that most of the universities are following 4-year pattern. And in multiple entry and multiple exit, the students can come out after 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, depending upon their wish and depending upon their circumstances.
And very good clearance has been given by yourself, madam. So much doubts were there among the students. I think this will clear it. Let's move forward. Today is the time of AI. So I would just make a request. How is AI supporting integration of AIU is supporting integration of AI, digital learning tools, online credit framework, or blended learning models? Because these are the concepts which are creating some sort of issues among the students, among the parents, among the academic staff also?
So my parent office has been University Grants Commission, where I spent about 30 years. And that is where we started the concept of online education in terms of making a platform called Swayam. So Swayam is a India MOOCs platform made by Government of India, and UGC was one of the pioneering agencies which handled it, in which we are having a online MOOCs courses for the students. So initially, when we made these online courses and when we contacted the teachers on making these MOOCs courses, the best teachers also used to fumble in front of the camera. They said we can teach a class, because in a class when you teach, you get the response from the students. You can, even if the student doesn't speak, they can come from the, say, body expressions or the face expressions that the student is understanding or not understanding. But teaching a camera for an online course was a challenge for them. So we had to sort of conduct many training programs even for the best teachers on how to teach a camera, how to create a MOOCs course, how to make, say, animations to make the things easier. So that was something which we did long back when I was in UGC, but today we are seeing the fruits of that. Now when COVID struck, many of our students, they relied upon online education, and overnight almost all the students and teachers started learning online. And at that time these Swayam courses came very handy. And after COVID, the online education has not disappeared. It is now integrated with the mainline education, with the physical education. So many times what happens is that the teachers, they don't know how to use technology. They don't know how to use AI. Even, for example, AI can be used for personalized learning. Personalized learning means if in a class 100 students are there, then teaching every student at his or her own level. In a physical classroom it is not possible, because the teacher teaches at the average level. So the students who are above average, they feel okay, we are not gaining much, and the students who are below average, they don't understand. Only the average students are able to understand. So in the personalized learning, through AI, thus every student can be taught at his or her own level, because AI sort of, say, maybe first lesson is common for all the students, and after that a quiz is given to the student, and every student responds differently to the quiz, and based on the answers to that quiz, the AI understands the level of understanding of that student, and then AI in the next lesson which is to be given to the student, then the AI tells, okay, you will not get the same lesson, you will get this lesson, then this lesson, then this lesson, depending upon the pace of the student or the level of understanding of the student. So how to do personalized learning through AI? So at AIU, I tell you that we'll work like a mother for the universities, hand-holding them, helping them wherever they want it. So we have opened something like 43 academic and administrative development centers, where we are training the teachers on how to use technology and AI for teaching, learning and research. So till now something like 15,000 teachers have been trained on how to use AI for teaching, learning and research. And then we also realize that it is not only the teachers, even the vice chancellors need to know that what are the capabilities of AI, how AI can be helping their university in better governance, in better management of the universities, in better research. So we did the master classes on AI for the vice chancellors. So we have done many master classes for the vice chancellors, and in that the vice chancellors don't come and listen, they come with the laptops, they do the hands-on, and then they learn how AI can be helpful for them in better managing their universities. So we are doing it at the level of vice chancellors, teachers, students, that how AI can be implemented. We are also doing a report on implications of AI on higher education, implications on curriculum development, implication on, say, question paper setting, implications on assessment, implications on examinations, research, how to do the literature review. So on everything, AI has a lot of implication. So AIU is trying to help the universities by training the vice chancellors, faculty as well as students on the proper and ethical use of AI.
Great, madam. I think we should all applaud and we should recommend, or we should appreciate. Ki visionary, you see the visionary. COVID came after 19, but before that, Swayam was created by UGC. Your good self was a part of UGC. So vision was there कि times is coming that where one has to not to take the physical, one has to sit down and take the classes as per his or her own choice. So online platform SWAYAM was created by UGC under the leadership of or under the partnership of Madam way before COVID. COVID compelled us. COVID compelled us.
To use it.
To use it, and definitely our generation, that generation that was using it, they are also very smart enough. They have adapted themselves. Teachers, students, parents, everybody adapted themselves very fast and started using them. So compulsion and vision are the two different things, and your vision has helped a lot. And now, as Madam has said, AIU is taking care of students, parents, teachers, counselors, now about the VC level. So they have created some sort of models for the VC level. Those who are not taking care of the curriculum, they are taking care of the administration also through the AI. So advancement is there, utilization is there, implementation is there, because there is a vision that we have to use the technology to the great extent, and that's a very, you can say, highly applaudable steps taken by the Madam under the AIU. AIU has taken under the leadership of Madam. Last but not the least, we are the Servocci counselors. We take care of the career counselings. We take of the different psychometric tests to justify the strength of the students. So what strategies are needed to integrate career counseling, internships and skill certifications among the college students?
See, the unemployability in our country is very large. And unemployability and unemployment are two totally different domains. Unemployment we can handle by creating jobs. Unemployability is a very difficult thing to handle because they are educated but they are not employable because the skills which are required by the industry they are not having. So keeping that in view, the national education policy itself acknowledged that skill education is very important, and they also acknowledge that not more than 5% of our students are skilled as compared to much higher percentage in developed nations. So they said 2-3 things. One is in every program, every semester, every student should be doing an internship for a hands-on training, and this internship is not only for say professional courses but also for say Hindi, English, Sanskrit, history, geography, political science. Every student in every semester should be doing an internship so that they work in a work environment and they know what a work environment is like and they acquire the skills which are required in the work environment. But for that, what is required? Every university should have an internship bank, because internship bank is required from which the students can choose the internships of their interest. Because if a university is having say 5,000 students and these many programs, then those many internships in every semester is a big job which the universities have to do. Second, the integration of skill qualification framework and the higher education qualification framework. In our country, skill is considered as a lower, means in prestige wise it is considered lower, and the reputation and prestige is not associated with skill. So if say somebody says what I want to become, nobody will aspire to become an electrician or a plumber or something like that. Everybody wants to become an electrical engineer or something. So skilling is considered as a low level job, where it is not. In foreign countries it is not that way. There an electrician also very proudly says I am an electrician, and they are earning almost the same as an electrical engineer. In our country, the blue collar jobs are given less importance. So therefore, the national education policy also felt that the due prestige and recognition should be given to the skill education, and there should be integration of national skill qualification framework and national higher education qualification framework, and that has now been done. And now a person can shift from skill to higher education and higher education to skill. So that shifting is possible. So a person who has entered into say skill education, he or she doesn't have to worry that now I have chosen this career path of skill education, I cannot go to higher education, whereas my friends are getting some higher education degrees and they are much better off. So there can be a shifting. And then there is one very important concept of RPL, recognition of prior learning. So if I already have acquired some skills, but at that time certification was not there, but then I can display that skill and get the required certification of that level, that yes, I am a certified skilled person of that level, and then maybe keep on acquiring higher skills either in terms of higher education or the skill education. So the government has done a lot of things to promote skill education. A separate ministry was created for skill education, NSDC was created, sector skill councils were created, NCVET was created. So a lot of action has been taken to promote skill education, and rightly so. And I feel in times to come, the skill education will become an integral part of higher education, and it will be looked not means as a lower level job, but with the equal respect and prestige as the higher education.
Madam has given a clear-cut vision that in the times to come, blue-collar jobs will be given a due importance or more importance than the other professions, because skill education is much more important than like any other education. Skill education and higher education have been integrated, and one can transfer oneself from skill to higher or higher to skill, and they have got the equal importance. There is no less weightage to any higher education. And more importantly, Madam has given a very important point, RPN. You are having a skill, but you could not get the certificate because it was not available at that time. You can show your skills and you can be certified. And your certification will definitely help your job, employability, promotions, or you can say moving forward in the life. And definitely give confidence also, Madam, also, and one can move. Definitely employability can be created only when one person is mentally or physically ready, but with the skills. So skills have been given due importance by the AIU, and we hope in the times to come, the message given by the AIU, message given by the Honorable Madam, will definitely reach to the universities, to the higher education, to the veterans dealing with the higher education, and they will take a benefit of this vision. Thank you very much, Madam. We would like to continue in the second phase also, and we would like to have an interaction with the, would like to have the students in front of you, that so that they can directly interact with you. Definitely they don't get the chance. VCs get the chance, but if students from the different universities come, and they would love to meet, because you are giving a motherly treatment to everybody, and that's very great of you. Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much for this opportunity.